Um, that brings me to my next question. Let's get into more like I know you spoke a lot about exercise, nutrition, and science, and you've also done the certification for personal training.
Yeah.
So I'm super interested in personal training. So can you tell me, like, I have general questions about it. I know a few things about it because I've read about, but I've just made general questions, which most of the time, uh, like I've seen people asking on YouTube, just general questions. So talk to me about losing belly fat, the $1 million question. Is it difficult to lose belly fat? Is it easy, or is it like some people say you have to lose fat from everywhere that eventually goes to belly? So can you talk more about that?
So people make it sound complicated. People make it sound uh, easy. So and then people are in the middle about it.
Right.
So everybody has a different philosophy. I think every trainer is different, and everybody teaches you different, and everybody has their own way of doing things, right? According to me, and according to literature, right? So whatever we do, it has to be backed with literature. One thing we got to realize is if I give you 1 kg of rice to eat, and if I eat 1 kg of rice, our bodies are going to act differently.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let's not give 1 kg, 1 kg. If I give you one plate of rice
You one
and
plate of rice.
your body is going to take it differently. Your body is going to digest it differently, use it differently, and excrete it differently. Boils down to our genetics and DNA. So all of us are very, like, even though we're same, we're different. So if we uh, implement one training program, or I say, Raghu, run on the treadmill for 2 miles. I run on the treadmill for 2 miles. Somebody else runs. All my three clients are running on the treadmill for 2 miles. And I have a generalized program for everybody. And you're going to react different. Somebody's going to react different, and somebody else is going to react differently. So, one thing to keep in mind is that all of us are different. What works for you may not work for me. If you fast and I fast, I might see results, you might not see results. If you do strength training, I don't do strength training, you might see results, I do some other form of training, you might see results and I might not see results. So majority of, I think, the weight loss industry is, there's no one way of it. Like you can't boil down and tell that this is the way. But one thing is for sure, if we back it by literature, calories in, calories out. How much you intake and how much you burn. This is the proven method that if this is your basal metabolic rate and you are taking this many calories and you're burning this many calories and you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. Now, are you going to lose muscle? Are you going to lose fat? Are you going to lose water? That's a different thing. You're going to lose weight. You're going to see it on the scale. But apart from that, if you say I I have 2 months, I'm getting married, I have a movie, I have to get on a bodybuilding show, and I have to do this. Anybody can put you on a program. You can lose a lot of weight in 2 months, short term, but then how is it going to affect you in the long term? That's one thing. So I think whenever you have told me that you want, I have told you, like, give it time. Like, you don't want to do it so quickly because it's a long run. You don't want to get injured.
Correct.
You don't want to, what's the use? You have six packs, and then you can't eat what you like. It
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense, because one of my best friend is like a bodybuilder, and during his prep, like, he used to be a bodybuilder and he was Mr. Manipal, I think 2018, 2019. But I was with him throughout the journey. We were first year students, so we used to get up in the morning, first thing go to the gym, go to class, go play cricket, and then go to the gym again. I used to just tag along with him because I used to like the lifestyle, right? But that guy had been through a lot. Like, initially, his bulking phase was different. But when he started cutting and when he started giving up sugar and then he started giving up salt, he looked in solid shape. Was he healthy? Most probably no.
No.
No, because he was not taking enough salt. He had no carbs in his body, and he looked the best he would ever look. like with his six packs and all the striations on his body. But was it healthy for him? Did it uh, mess him up later? Yeah.
Mm.
He had back pain, he had shoulder pain, and he had metabolism issues. Like he couldn't even recognize himself the next day because he was deprived of so many good food, so much good food that he went on the day of the competition. He went, he had so much food, and next day he was like all bloated up because all of a sudden body had to take everything. So if as for the viewers, right, they want to lose fat. I would say first thing is track your calories, and then track how much you exercise. Okay, and if you match the simple criteria of calories in versus calories out, if you're on a caloric deficit, I think you should see some difference on the scale. But I'd say losing belly fat, the $1 million question, uh, you just can't lose belly fat. You will lose muscle from the rest of the body, or you will lose weight from the rest of the body, and it depends on your genetics and which where you lose first and where you lose last. Usually, Indian genetics, we store more.
Yeah, stomach and glutes.
Stomach and glutes, exactly, and on the oblique side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we need to focus on that. We need to do specific workouts for that. Do those little things, but don't be disheartened that you're not losing weight from a certain part of the body. Just be happy that you're still healthy. And if you want to look in a certain way, just make sure you're tracking all your markers, and because sometimes we get carried away uh, by just for aesthetics, or just by the for the they say don't judge by a book by its cover.
Cover.
So we say we are so much focused on the cover, we are spoiling the book. So
Nicely said. Awesome. So basically, it's not one size fits all. It's
yeah,
like person to person.
person to person, and it's like just don't be discouraged. Like you got to make efforts to look good and be healthy, but if you're not seeing results, maybe there are so many forms of training today. You have endurance training, you have strength training, you have high intensity interval training, you have the cycling classes that go on, you have yoga, you have uh, even in like nutrition, you have the keto diet, you have intermittent fasting, you have so many diets. Like you have right now, I think there's another Pilates. Pilates is also a form of exercise. Uh, there are like so many forms of training. Recently,